Welcome back to American Idol Extra. I am talking, of course, with Amanda Overmyer. So what made you audition?
Well, I had done music, you know, locally just as like a hobby for a while, but I'd actually given it up for, you know, the past couple years because it was just a very unrealistic goal to me. I'm not the kind of person to be able to like take off to LA and go try to be a rock star, you know. It was just unrealistic. So I did college, career, mortgage, you know, I did all that, and it just kind of worked in my career where I could afford to be gone from it and I can go back whenever I want to. So it just kind of seemed like it was the right time. This is the only way that I would have ever pursued music because it's definitive, yes or no, black and white, yes you're good enough or no, go home. You know, it's, you know, not
Yeah,
years.
you certainly get a very straight answer.
Yeah, I mean, it's just not years and years of beating the pavement and not knowing, not being sure, you know, I mean,
When did the idea come to you, though? Like, what did you sit in bed one day and say, you know what I could do that would be really quick? I'll just go audition for Idol and they'll kick me out and I don't know.
People had tossed that idea to me, you know, over the years, and I was like, no, you know, I'm not what American Idol, you know, I mean, nobody wants to watch that, you know, on TV, you know. And then Chris Daughtry sold a bajillion records, and I was like, okay, well, maybe I'll try. So.
Yeah, I mean, because he did prove, right? Not only did he prove that you don't have to win to be a huge success,
right,
but he proved that that sort of rock and roll can work.
That there still is a market for it. So.
What's the difference between performing live and performing on a TV show? Because you liked having the mosh pit right down here, working the crowd.
Because, I mean, I do energetic songs, you know, and it's like, it's really hard to, like, headbang and, like, be, like, all into your song to a camera, you know, it's like, hi, you know, I mean, it's just, it just was kind of uncomfortable, you know, so I was definitely more in my element doing this.
And you happy with 11 out of, like we said, 250,000? Feel good about it?
Yeah, absolutely.
You got the answer you needed.
I have nothing to complain about.
All right. Well, it has been a pretty long, pretty crazy trip for you since you auditioned back in Atlanta. Let's take a look back at some of the highlights of your Idol journey.
So what's your name?
Amanda.
Amanda, what do you do?
I am a nurse.
Now, do you dress like this when you do your nursing?
What do you think?
Oh.
I'm a mean, mean woman. I don't mean no one man no good. I think you're authentic and real.
Amanda, 3 yeses. You guys through.
The rock and roll nurse is through to Hollywood, yes!
I guess my goal when I go out there is just to solidify the presence of rock and roll, I guess.
Now, that's the Amanda that we loved when we first saw her.
If I'm being honest, I thought it was fantastic. Amanda, you can smile.
You took a Beatles song and you brought it to like a southern club, a southern bar, and rocked it out.
You're smiling, you're having fun, you look fantastic, and you are a star up there. I'm blown away by you.
I definitely am not one that likes to be overconfident. If I go on, great. If I don't, then, you know, I'll go from there.
That right there is the biggest smile that I've seen from you. You know, like, when you're up on stage and when you were getting those amazing comments, you were just sort of just nodding at them. And that smile you just had looking back at it, what was it that kept you from sort of letting go with that big smile up on stage?
To me, it's more respectful to sit and, like, listen to what they're saying and then, you know, like, be excited or disappointed or whatever, like, afterwards, you know, because I don't want to take away from the fact that, you know, there's people talking and critiquing and, you know, even when it was good, you know, I'm not going to, like, jump around and be like, oh, yay for me, you know.
Would you do us a favor? Would you sign some autographs for folks here in the audience? Would you be willing to? Thank you so much. All right, now remember that Wednesdays before American Idol, you can walk the red carpet with Kimberly, Rosanna, and Justin on TV Guide Network's Idol tonight. And, of course, we're going to be back here next week taking you on stage, backstage, and behind the scenes of the hottest show on television. And we will always have the world's first in-depth interview with your eliminated finalists only on American Idol Extra. As we say goodnight, how about one more look at Amanda's final performance? Good night.
Show me to your snow big mountains way down south. Show me to your